5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us for another episode. I shouldn't say another. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but we got the Skull Experience with GG Sports Podcast and Minnesota Sports Talk. We interrupted Dave's dinner to start this off. Yeah, man. I mean, exciting times. Training camps kicking off. Big things to talk about. Been a really exciting offseason. It's going to be a very exciting season, training camp, all of it. Super exciting stuff. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. First off, let's do some shout outs here because it's Skull Mafia's birthday. Live on my birthday. Let's fucking
Happy
go.
Birthday.
I just ordered my plane ticket today. It's official. Skullfest 2. Here I come. Let's go. Skullfest right around the corner.
Crack a beer for you.
Yeah, cracking a beer
We
for you.
should call
Happy
it
birthday.
Skullfest 2.
Why? Skullfest what?
Skullfest 2. 2 in French.
Do you
remember?
Are we French?
I didn't take French. I did Zwei, German.
I took
Zwei.
I took 3 years of Spanish and I don't remember much.
Dos. Skullfest.
Uno cerveza, por favor.
Yeah, uno, or let's say sane cerveza.
Cerveza.
Dos, tres. All right. Anyways, Gary, my guy in the building. What up, Gary? And we already saw your super chat, my guy. $4.99. Let's go. George
Whose
Blunt in the
channel
building. Mine. Ours.
Okay. I forgot what order we're in.
Yeah, I know, right? Yo, what up, George? Who else we got? Oh, Big Railing Dad in the building. What up, my guy? I'm having deja vu, Gary. Skull Mafia too. What up, guys? What's going on?
Yeah,
Kind Tick 615.
I think it's kinetic.
Kinetic. Yeah, I always do that.
Say Kind Tick if you want.
Dang,
Kind
my
Tick.
guy.
You're
Kind Tick.
giving us money on your
Tick.
birthday, Skull Mafia.
Yo, Skull Mafia. Well, that's why my boy is getting a free card. So my boy Skull Mafia, Skullfest 2 coming up. Everybody needs to go this year, for sure this year. And then each year is going to get better and better. But Ivan Pace Jr., Orange Disco is going to you. Rookie card going to you, Skull Mafia, because you're my guy and you definitely deserve it. Obviously one of the biggest supporters out of anybody. But today, for the Olympics coming up, we're going with the red, white, and blue Ivan Pace Jr. Rookie card. So get those hashtag skulls in the comments, all that good stuff. Red, white, and blue Ivan Pace Jr., the guy, the man, the leader of the defense, wearing the green dot this year. Second year in the NFL after being an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, forget Harrison Smith. He's not the leader anymore. It's Ivan Pace Jr.
It's Ivan Pace Jr. Well, the one with the one called
that. Harrison Smith, 93rd on the top 100.
Dude, that's respect.
Hey, Big Raylan Dad, thank you so much.
Big Raylan, my guy. I'm
hitchhiking
hitchhiking to Skullfest. Let's go, Big Raylan. Hey, Big Raylan, you live in Minneapolis, right? Or you live near there? I believe
in shirt. Remember?
Yeah, so I know where you live. Speaking of that, if anybody doesn't know, it's going to be at the Corner Bar in Minneapolis on Saturday. What did you 14th? Is it the 14th or 13th? 14th, Saturday before the home opener. All that good stuff. But
so
let's go.
So bring your bulletproof vests.
Yeah, just don't bring a car like SK.
Yeah, and leave it on
your luggage in your car.
Sorry, SK. SK. Yeah, some crazy shit. Gary knows. Gary.
Yeah, someone pulls out if a homeless dude pulls out an AR-15, he's on your side.
Apparently he was.
He was.
Let's go get
him. It's always
him.
good if he's on your side. If he's on your side,
a homeless dude with AR-15's leading the charge to get your luggage back. You're winning.
Oh goodness.
Let's go.
This story still kills me, man.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. We're hoping that does not happen again. Honest, that was good for like a one-time thing, but it could have went bad. So yeah, we'll not have that happen again this year. But hey, you never know what can happen at Skullfest. Shit can get wild. That's all I know. Anyways, obviously, like Casey said, actually, I was talking to everybody here. Dave, how are you doing today? How are you doing? How you been, man?
I've been good, man. It's nice to have a job.
Don't have to Uber all the time
now I have 2. 3 counting this. But yeah, it's been going good, man. Things are on the up and it's been great. I've been on this job now 6 weeks now, so it's been pretty awesome, man.
Let's go.
Absolutely, man.
No, it's
Good to
great
hear.
Got
Great
me
to
out of the
hear.
house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got an exercise in the morning.
Let's go.
I've
Let's
lost
go.
1.5 pounds.
Dude, there is like, that's the one thing of working from home is, man, you just aren't walking pretty much at all.
Yeah, I'm here to the living room to the bedroom, and
Yeah.
that's about 10 meters in total.
Yeah.
Hey, so I forget, are you making it to Skull Fest, you decide, or is it going to be like a last minute decision?
It's gonna be a last minute. Holy shit!
We're gonna try our best to get the
Do
boy
it.
out there.
Let me see how much the tickets are. Maybe I can go, type of thing. And then I said I'd buy a ticket, and if I don't go, I could. So hey, if it's in the chat that you guys are buying tickets, tell me. I will buy one for me. It'll just be me coming, and I'll give it away if I'm not able to come.
Yep, that sounds.
There you go. There you
Hopefully,
go.
you buy the ticket. You won't need to worry about it. And
I'll give it to someone who's actually at Skullfest.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Kind of like we did last year with
Gary,
shit.
right? We got Gary a ticket.
Yeah, or no,
Last
it
year?
was
No, it was Minnesota.
Skull for Life, which
Skull for
I haven't
Life.
seen him at all. Does
Skull for
anyone know
Life.
if he's still doing good? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in our chats in a while.
All right, we need to hit on this real quick moving forward because this
Oh,
was
really?
the news.
Blackman tore his ACL.
This was the
just
news that
reported.
we were
Yeah.
gonna go into right away here.
Jesus Christ.
And this is before I knew that this was reported that he did end up with a torn ACL. Obviously, really hurts. I was excited.
I guess Booth's making the team.
Yeah, I know. So a lot of
Interesting,
these
right?
bubble players might have a bigger shot now with the lack of depth going in the cornerback room. Blackman, my personal favorite to be the third cornerback behind.
I call
If
him
not-
to be a starter by the end of the year last
if-
year.
and I could have seen him do the same thing again, and that sucks. That sucks, man. Obviously,
It's 2 corners we lost, unfortunately. One to death and one to this.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, it's
I feel bad for the families in this in Blackman, man.
yeah,
100,
for sure.
yeah.
It's a rough start at a position where we honestly needed as many bodies as possible. So we'll see. I mean, we got Brian Flores. I do think he'll get the best out of what we do have.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously now bringing in Shaq Griffin looks a lot bigger. I know, Jamie, we talked about in our video we recorded today. Won't get too much into spoilers, but we like Dwight McGlothern. We think he can make an impact as well.
McGlothern?
He's someone to keep McGlothern.
McGlothern from Arkansas.
Is it McLaughlin or McGlothern?
I want to go look at the spelling again, but
It's got to be. It better be McGlothern because otherwise
think
we're
it's
gonna have
McGlo-
to.
I'm pretty sure it's McGlothern.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
have to
look
redo
now.
some taping. But McGlothern. I think it's McGlothern. We'll find out in a second.
Okay, it probably is. You're probably right.
He's got a. I mean, if there's any of these young rookies coming in, it seems like he has an open door to kind of get some playing time and maybe make the roster. As far as that goes,
He was
and
the
things
UDFA,
like that,
right?
but yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
UDFA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know, dude. It sucks. It
He
sucks.
was one of the top dudes that we got from the UDFA, but we only
He was
paid him like
supposed to be a
10,000 signing bonus.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like a 5th round pick, something like that. I don't know.
for
It
sure.
sucks. It sucks. We don't want to see any more injuries, but
ESPN doesn't even have him on the
Michael
depth chart. I got to go to the roster.
he's good. He's gonna be that sneaky pick. He's gonna be that sneaky pick. Again, everybody in here. Hey, Too Evil in the building. Hi, GG, Dave, Gary, Mafia, Two Tone. Hey, did I miss Two Tone? Where's Two Tone at? I don't think I see Two Tone. Hey, again, everybody in here. We're giving up the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue Ivan Pace Jr. rookie card. Get the hashtags going in the comments. Like the video. We only have 3 likes, 10 people in here. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff if you haven't already. Another thing. What's that?
It's McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Just like I said. I'm
It
kidding.
is?
You got it right.
Oh, I was like, dude, we're gonna have to re-record.
I looked
after
at it. Back in the day when we got him as a UDFA, I kept calling him something else. I didn't. Now that I think about it, I've been calling him the wrong name.
this.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
Obviously, in Vikings way, very, very, very rough start to the Vikings offseason before training camp even started. We already mentioned, the cornerbacks, and then obviously Jordan Addison and everything that was going on with him. He he obviously made it to training camp. He's not leaving the Vikings probably, even though he deleted everything off his social medias. But he even has a press conference that we're going to get into at some point during this live stream. We're going to bring it up. I haven't listened to it yet, so I want to hear what he has to say and, kind of give our thoughts on that whole situation. But yeah, not a great start. Not a great start. Positive things, though. Kwesi on his shit. Obviously getting getting JJ McCarthy, drafting him, getting Dallas Turner, ultimately getting them to sign their papers. The whole idea of JJ McCarthy holding out, total bullshit. I think was total bullshit. He got his money though, anyways. Whatever.
Pretty close.
What's that?
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean,
it was pretty close.
It was pretty close.
But who knows if he
week.
would have actually held out? If he would have held out. Or whatever. I don't know. I call the holdout.
Do you know what it was? What was it over? Was it just more guaranteed money?
It was more money up front.
I think is what he
money
wanted.
up front. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do think he got his signing bonus up front or whatever it was. But hey, it was done.
The deal there is it's got to be an escrow. If it's going to get paid out, it has to be there for them to pay it.
Right. Yeah.
That's a big deal for some.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what happened. And then obviously everyone knows the Justin Jefferson extension, and now the Christian Darrisaw extension 2 years early, a whole year.
That shocks me.
Than Justin
that
Jefferson
shocks
got.
me.
Yeah, let's
we didn't do it with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
yeah, for sure.
And we did give Christian Darrisaw, he is now the averagely, like on a yearly basis, the highest paid offensive lineman, I'm assuming, for sure, tackle in the NFL. So even though with JJ, I guess obviously you're talking a bigger number when it comes to Justin Jefferson. Well, not even that much bigger. 28 million compared to 35 million, but still 7 million. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about, but the surprising thing with the Christian Darrisaw thing, I guess, mostly is just he hasn't been able to stay healthy. I don't think yet for an entire year. Mm-hmm. Obviously, when he's arguably a top 5 tackle in the entire NFL.
Right. And that was my biggest thing too. It's like, I thought from his perspective and the team's perspective, it made more sense to wait a year, right? Because obviously from the team's perspective, you want to make sure he can prove to you he can play a full season healthy before you pay him that much. And from his perspective, like, yes, he, based on average annual value, he is like the highest paid player at the position, right? But I feel like had he waited another season and he had played really good ball this year, like we thought he could, and stayed healthy all season long, I think he could have made even more money going into next season. So, I mean, but again, at the end of the day, maybe with the health concerns he's had, for him getting that initial contract locked down now, so he doesn't need to worry about it. Like, money now is better than money later, because who knows, he could have a devastating injury this next year and not get paid at all, right? So for him, it's
too
the
much
comfort
risk.
and stability of having the contract done. And for the team, it's like we have our guy in place because they're building around JJ McCarthy. That's obvious. Left tackle, wide receiver, two most important positions. You have the two, like the best player at wide receiver and one of the top left tackles locked down for the future to surround your young quarterback. So for the team perspective, it's like, A, you get a deal most likely, and B, you have these positions locked in. So again, I think it would have made, to a certain extent, it would have made sense for both sides to wait another season. But I'm happy it got done now rather than later. And then with corner, we also did not mention the signing of Duke Shelley looks all more important now. We didn't mention that when we were talking about corners. That's a big one.
I mean, he played well for us, right?
He did,
and we thought, and we kind of wanted him back.
Yeah.
And we lost out on him by like $100,000.
Right.
Right. He just went and signed like $100,000 more than what our offer was. And then he even tweeted about it, if I remember right, like, which is even more crazy that, he's back with the team. But yeah, I like it. I mean, he's still undersized, but I don't think he starts. But I like the fact that we have him,
especially like Casey said. Now with I see the chat.
Blackman, I thought
I thought he was gonna have a big. I like him a lot, man. I think if there's any of these young players on this team that was going to step up to be even a number 1 cornerback at some point.
I thought it was Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie Jackson had all the potential in the world.
Still, it hurts every day to think about that.
Yeah.
It's not been the best offseason from a personal standpoint. There's been some good moves and stuff, but yeah, it sucks. But hopefully moving forward, less injuries, less bullshit, less all that kind of stuff, and have a good rest of our training camp. And
Hey, what do you
no
think
injuries.
about Nico Nose? That asshole struck again with Kyrie Jackson. Did you see that on?
Oh yeah, I saw
Remember we
that.
did the video and he did one on
TikTok
Kyrie
guy?
Jackson talking shit about him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
World let him have it. All
Yeah.
the Viking cornerbacks let him have it. All this, you know, all even
Well, he was talking
safeties.
about what, like, because people were saying, like, he was saying, oh, people knew I was, because I had talked about his character concerns off the field, and they knew it might get him into some trouble. Where it's like,
Yeah, he was
totally
talking
just
shit about
misreading
him.
the entire situation.
Because me and
like,
me and
it's just-
Jamie did a video on him about when he was talking shit about Daniil Hunter.
yeah, yep,
About
I
how he
remember
was a
that.
selfish player. Daniil Hunter, a selfish player.
Yeah.
Of all fucking
Right.
people.
I know.
Just because he was holding out for like a week or something like that. You know, it's like, dude, you
I didn't-
guys take less money than he deserved like twice.
I didn't realize it was the same. I didn't realize it was
Same
the
dude.
same guy. I did not
Same
know that. Hey,
douchebag.
what up, Roger? Yeah, dude.
Alright.
Obviously, I don't know. Some people you got to be careful with what kind
No,
of
it was the
content
same
you
dude,
want to
man.
do. I don't know. It's just some disrespectful content. I don't know why people need to
I did
go
a vi-
that direction.
It's
but
so,
whatever.
Guys, what do you think? I did a
Yeah.
video about just a pop-up video. I've only done like one a week in the past 4 weeks, but I did one about Jordan Addison, and I realized that we still lead the league in most people arrested since
Yep.
2000, and I thought it was a love boat. It wasn't. We've gotten so many arrests that I wonder what is going on in our organization. And it's sometimes it's a no-name fringe player that gets a DUI
Right.
in training camp, and then we cut him. But what is going on? What are we going to do about it? That guys stay out of trouble and don't do stuff like this.
Yeah. You feel like, I would say you would feel like, and I don't know, Addison definitely made a stupid mistake, but you'd feel like with just how the culture has changed under KOC and Kwesi that you would see less of that, I guess.
I mean, but who's it been? It's been Jordan Addison 2 times. Outside of that, nobody else has really gotten into. I mean, you have Justin Jefferson with the baby mama and the abortion thing, but outside of that, like Kyrie Jackson, that's not on him, right? He was just out with his friends, and it was an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, it was.
But outside of that, there really hasn't been any other.
Well, there was that
players
Dalvin Cook thing with his girlfriend, but she was a psycho.
Adrian Peterson had his fair share.
And then,
but that's not under
Everson
Griffin,
Griffin.
KLC and Kwesi though. That's a different regime.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah, as far as under them so far, you're not seeing that a lot, and hopefully that's why.
So far with them, gosh, I don't know.
It's
just
kind of
probably
just been
Jordan Addison.
the car stuff with Jordan Addison so far, and that is 2 things. And obviously, he's young. Hopefully,
but I'm thinking the organization because we've had the Wilfs for a long time now. I mean, this has all been happening under the Wilfs. But it's not Darren Sharper type shit. It's poor judgment.
Yeah,
not evil intentions, I guess.
Right. Yeah. But anyway,
speaking of that,
on to some more happy news, though. Dave, your favorite player, Sam Darnold, lit it up today. From the sounds of it.
So
50-yard touchdown, I hear.
Against air, or was it against somebody?
It was
no rush, right?
Well,
I don't.
Did he avoid the air rush?
They didn't have a video. They didn't have a video on it.
Oh, and we're gonna have, there's no video evidence of this.
But there is.
It's all video of a nice toss that
I'm gonna.
No, I mean, like I said,
conference today too. I'm going through the.
So hey, I have all the faith in the world in our coach's ability to get the most out of Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I said this, and it's me quoting somebody else. I forget which I think it was the ESPN guy, says he shines in shorts. So, and someone went freaking nuts about him making this pass to a guy that was a 15-yard out and
there was
threw it up. He caught it.
I got it right here.
And I said,
I got it.
That rush is crazy how he was avoid that rush. And there was no rush, obviously. I was joking. Well, hey, get some people running at him and let's see what he can do. But he's got all the talent in the world. I don't doubt it. Oh, there it is.
I remember he blows by Andrew Booth.
Well,
where's the rush? Was there a rush?
That was the touchdown. This was just. I don't think this is the same one. Maybe it is.
Yeah,
there were people there. Was there a rush?
That's a 50-yard.
Oh yeah, that's Booth. Yep. He sure did. There it is. That's the video.
Were people in her face?
Jordan Addison.
I think he's got all the talent. He's got the arm talent. He's athletic. He's a prototypical size quarterback, or at least close.
I mean, I'm with you.
I like
Dave.
him if he can undo the crap he's put out on the field.
Yeah,
the last 4 years. I mean,
it won't be till we see him week 1. Like I'm not gonna get overhyped with Sam Darnold.
I need him to start the first half of the first 2 games of preseason. I need to see that. None of this.
And even that
isn't going to start. Justin Jefferson isn't going to start. I need Sam Darnold out there because hey, what happened with this? So initially it was going to be a competition. Then it's Sam Darnold likely to start week 1 and it's his job to lose. Back to it's a competition. To again, Sam Darnold is going to keep take most of the first team reps or majority of the first team reps.
Yeah.
Which is it? I got to see it. I'm not believing any of this crap.
No.
That people are putting on. I got to see it that JJ is actually going to get a shot at this before I get excited about him playing this year. I'm still on Sam Darnold starting the whole season.
Yeah. I think it's Darnold like throughout training camp. I think Darnold gets probably maybe 85 math, 75-25 math. Yeah. 75-25 of the first team reps. And then as it gets closer to the regular season, I think they're like, okay, yep, Darnold won. And then he kind of goes into it. And then they take what McCarthy has done from camp and watch him in practice and see if he takes those next steps that O'Connell has ready for him on his development plan. And if he succeeds at those steps throughout the season and Darnold falters, then he makes a switch. Where I said, I don't think, unless he's 100% ready, unless Kevin O'Connell feels like his job is at stake, which I don't think it is. I think they're both safe for sure this year, him and Kwesi. I don't think and he said it himself. He's like, I will not let outside factors impact my decision to start JJ McCarthy. And I think he sticks to that this year. Like, I think he's going to give McCarthy a shot in camp to show that he could be potentially their starter this year. But I think he's going into it knowing that Darnold's our guy. And if McCarthy impresses me enough and beats those thresholds, then we put him in. But I think it's 75-25 split reps, maybe even 80-20, with Darnold basically being given like, hey, it's literally, like you said, Jamie, your job to lose.
Yeah. And I think it will probably come down to like preseason or something. If Darnold struggles in maybe, I don't know how much he'll end up playing. I'm assuming he'll play something decent. If not, then it's obviously not much of a battle. But if JJ McCarthy really shows a lot during that, but either way, I kind of feel like you're going to, I feel like you're still going to see. It's hard for me to not
believe that. If JJ gets a
that.
start, it's a competition. If he doesn't get a start, it's not a competition.
Yeah. Yeah. And if Sam Darnold isn't playing much, it's not really.
Yeah, definitely. If he's not even playing at all.
Yeah. So we'll see on
the first game and not the second.
Or if the first game and JJ McCarthy balls out and then the next game you see more Sam Darnold or something, like we'll have to see how that all works out. But my guess, if I was going to put money on it, I say you see Sam Darnold start week 1. And you never know. I mean, if everybody really believes that he could turn his career around, which isn't crazy to say that it's possible, but you don't see it often. You don't see a guy come in and be a bust to turn his. You've seen it with Geno Smith. I wouldn't even say Baker's fair because he did win Rookie of the Year, his rookie year. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here, but
I like Baker Mayfield. I think he got
what up,
screwed
Dylan?
at Cleveland.
I agree. I've always been. What's going on, Dylan? I've always been a Baker guy. I love the attitude,
What up,
man.
Steph?
I love the attitude.
He tried to play through injury and they screwed him over.
Yep, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, no one's talking about Cincinnati. Their quarterback. He tried to play through injury and had a dog shit year.
Yeah, now he came back.
Complaining about him or trying to get rid of him.
Yeah,
What?
he came back as Slim
Then he came
Shady.
back. Have you seen him recently? He got a buzz cut and he bleached his hair.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! He wore that dog. He wore that thing that, and him and Justin Jefferson did that fashion show, and he's got that heart-shaped cutout in his back. How embarrassing is that?
Did you watch JJ on Rich Eisen? Was his name Rich Eisen?
Oh yeah. Who was on Rich Eisen?
Justin Jefferson. Okay, I guess we can't.
I didn't catch it, but yeah, I heard that he was on there.
Yeah, he was on there.
Some people putting clips and stuff and talking about it.
Yeah. JJ's that guy. Justin Jefferson. Jay Jettas. That's one thing.
He's got multiple personalities.
Yeah, that was one thing watching him.
I'm talking about the other guy. Justin had a fullback. He didn't have the cutout.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I was like,
and he said he
someone gave
wouldn't,
me
he
that
wouldn't be
shit.
rocking. He said he wasn't
If
going to be
someone gave me
rocking
that shit, I'm
either.
like, hey, you got anything else? You got anything
Yeah.
else? Can we switch?
That was funny.
Hey, he wasn't wearing a dress. Caleb.
He's like, but that he's like
Caleb.
saying that Joe Burrow would like Joe Burrow, like it makes sense for him, but like I wouldn't ever wear it, type of thing.
Yeah. So he's trying to compete with Caleb.
Yeah, he's trying to compete with Caleb. I don't know, Caleb's gonna be hard. Imagine if imagine him on that. Imagine what
Man,
his
you'd have been
outfit's
digging
be
it.
looking like.
You'd have
Yeah,
been digging
he's like, dude, that thing's sick. Let's so we were talking about Jordan Addison. I know he did have his press conference. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know if anyone in the chat has, but we're gonna kind of run it on here. I kind of want to see what he has to say. You know, obviously unfortunate situation. We're dealing with a lot of those, like we've already been talking about. But let's run this and we'll stop here and there and kind of give our thoughts, I guess. But let me know if you guys hear this. I want to make sure
I can start it out.
you hear that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see what he says. I know it's gonna go right into it.
I know y'all. I know
Wait, hold on one
everybody
sec.
gonna have some questions about.
You want to turn on captions just in case?
Sure. Yeah.
Just in case it's.
Okay. All right, let's keep rolling it.
You know what happened a few weeks ago. If I was y'all, I would too. But you know, I was told by my attorney and my agent that I couldn't really answer too many questions on it. But you know, I'm just blessed to be here in front of you guys. This is probably the most peace I felt just being out here with my teammates. And you know, they've been walking with me. They've been patting their arms around me the whole time, the whole situation. So, you know, really, I'm just blessed to be here right now.
What do you tell them? You say you can count on me, or what do you tell them? Your teammates?
Really, I just make sure I'm put it behind me, because at the end of the day, I got a job to do. You know, my job is to come in here and work, so that's what I'm going to do.
Just to see this one, I heard he was pulled over to the side, keys out, ignition, and sleep in the passenger seat.
Well, but I mean that's fine, but still pulling over.
Well, you
on an
obviously,
exit ramp,
yeah.
Like it just doesn't. It's just. I mean, I know even if keys out of the ignition, like he did everything he had to do to be like, okay, I'm not. You know, at least I'm not going to be in the driver's seat with the car on. But it's still just. It's not a good look pulling over at that part. You know. Like it'd be different if he was like on the literally the side of the road, but the fact that he was so near like what they say was almost blocking an exit ramp or something like that.
I know that it's so weird. Let's be honest here. Like this whole situation has been super weird from the start, right? Like
Right.
he didn't stay overnight after. People are saying it was weed and other shit, but now people are like, no, it seems like it was alcohol. Well, now people saying that he's like blocking an exit ramp or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but obviously we'll find out eventually, but we're not finding it out yet.
Right.
Let's see what else he has to say here.
I'm going to make sure I'm still JA. You know, they know my character. They know my heart. So I just come out here every day and just show them that, you know, I'm moving past it and I'm going to keep learning.
How can you guarantee this isn't going to happen again?
Say that again.
How can you guarantee stuff like this isn't going to happen again?
Just take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting one foot in front of the other. And like I said, I'm just going to come out here and score touchdowns for my team and just be a great teammate, be a great son, be a great brother, and just keep learning from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it all figured out right now, but, you know, I'm just going to keep moving forward.
Have you apologized to the team?
Since it came out, you know, and people been reaching out to me individually and just asked me, you know, trying to figure out what was going on. And, you know, I just respect them for being hard on me, but picking me up at the same time and, you know, just bringing me in, making sure that I'm moving forward. They know that I'm going to shake it off. Can't no adversity make me break, make me fold. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be me.
Did you feel how much team?
Thoughts?
Someone got some media training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, like they know his team know, like the team himself and the PR team, they know he's going to talk, right? And his agent lawyer being like, well, yeah, I mean, obviously the legal process isn't even played out yet. So don't it's typical speak, right? Just the casual, like, oh yeah, I can't say much about it, but I've learned from it. I'm moving on. I got to keep being the best teammate I can be, right? Like we knew we were going to hear this. We knew it wasn't going to be anything super extensive, right?
Well,
Yeah,
and one thing, I know people are, you know, speculating on what it was in the chat, but it's one of those things. Well, you know, there's been situations where we found out it was like a benign thing, you know, with other people. They just didn't talk about it, and it was like made to sound worse than it was, and then the actual case gets closed and we find out the real shit. So again, I think I said in my video is I'm not going to hold any judgment at all to this guy. All I want is the Vikings to help this kid not have shit like this happen again, because obviously he needs some sort of someone looking over his shoulder and helping him.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I want to
can't do it.
Shout out to Josh Metellus, man, because
Yeah.
because I mean they hung out in England like the week before or whatever, and then which is like it just shows. I don't know if it comes from the leadership that KOC and Kwesi has brought in on the idea of taking responsibility. I guess taking ownership of your actions or someone else's actions or whatever. But Josh Metellus coming out and saying like, kind of putting it on himself, saying like, as a captain of this team, it's also my responsibility that these kinds of things don't happen to our other players. So I thought that was really cool that some of these other other teammates are trying to take accountability for the rest of the team as well. So it just shows great leadership out of Josh Metellus.
I don't know if you saw Metellus and Doogie Wilson having a Twitter fight with some dude that called bullshit on his interview with Metellus. I'm like thinking what a dick this guy is. I mean, it seemed pretty legit. It's like, I don't know.
I didn't see that one. What did they say? What were they trying to say?
Some guy was calling it some about a bullshit answer, and you let him get away with it, or whatever. And then Wolfson was like defensive about it, and Metellus goes, "Sorry, I was talking about leadership and my responsibility. What's your problem with that?" And it's like, something to that effect. Like, God, people just trying to be dicks on Twitter. But Metellus and Wolfson, that he asked the question, and Metellus put it on his own shoulders as a leader of the team, which is cool. I think he is. I think he is a leader of the team, and it's good to know that we have someone that's going to take the mantle from Harrison Smith when he retires at 45.
Right, and you got to take his word for it too. I mean, you got to think that Josh Metellus has talked to Addison himself. Like, and I know people are talking about all the Vikings were pissed. Like, you should be pissed at him. You should be pissed at him. He should know what he did was wrong. But at the same time, it is kind of like, you're lucky that nothing bad happened, and you can't make these mistakes again.
That's kind of what O'Connell voiced, because obviously they talked about it, and he kind of said the same thing. It's like we need to he's like, we got to look at this from both perspectives. Like, yes, we need it. Disciplinary action is going to be what eventually what needs to happen just to prove a point that this can't be acceptable. He's like, but at the same time, we love Jordan. He's a player here. Like, our job, and like Jordan said himself, is to wrap our arms around him and just help him through this, because obviously there's something going on here that he needs help with. He's a young kid. Like, it's both sides of it, right? Like, everyone is saying, he needs to be cut, he should be suspended. Like, are they going to get rid of him? It's like, no, they're not, because he's he's talented, and B, he's young, and they know that. And they, like, and Kwesi mentioned, going through the interview process, there's a lot of character things we loved about Addison, and those are going to shine through eventually, right? Like, it's just a couple of things that he's a young kid with a lot of money, and he's going to be just fine. Like people who are calling for his head and for him to be cut and all this stuff right after that, that's a little bit harsh.
Yeah, so it was right after Kyrie Jackson, right? So it's like, all of a sudden everybody just started freaking out on Twitter about it, and it was like the well-known people, and like, how could you do this so soon after Kyrie Jackson? Oh my God!
Right.
And then people were like, we needed to trade. I'm like, I put out a video. I'm like, I'm not passing any judgment on this kid. I mean, he's just a kid. He's so young, and it's like, your brain doesn't develop fully until you're 20, I think 5. So it's like, come on, man. The thing I've always said about him is that the game is not too fast for him. It is slowed down in his mind. He can play in the NFL. And the one thing he just needs to get straightened out is just not think you're invincible outside the football field.
Right.
And I think someone needs to take him under his wing. And it looks like Metellus and other cornerbacks are going to do that.
Jefferson.
He's going to be fine.
Right. And the big thing for me is, like, if he does it again, then there's an issue there. But I don't know. I think he's, I believe him when he says he's going to learn from it. And I think this is the last we'll hear of him having any sort of off the field type of issues like that. So,
and I would say
I think it might happen again. I don't know, but I just hope it doesn't.
Not. But that's like with what Big Raylan said. Like once a mistake, twice an addiction. It shouldn't happen again. If it does happen again, especially anytime soon.
Well, the first one
that's
wasn't
not good. The first one had nothing to do with alcohol.
It was
was just speeding.
It was addicted to speed.
Thing. Yeah, which is not good.
140 miles an hour to go save your dog.
It was a
20. I had to go 150 to save mine.
It was a 21-year-old or 22-year-old kid in a Rolls Royce. That's what it was.
No, what kind of cars does this guy drive, man? Well, the
first one was a Rolls Royce. The first one was
I know.
First one was a Lambo. The first one was a Lambo. This one was a Rolls Royce. The recent one.
Well, he had a grocery getter Lambo. Yeah. And then this one's a Rolls Royce.
Okay. Yeah.
He had like an SUV grocery getting Lambo, like a hatchback.
I do think
they made it in hatchback.
Overall, like the team should suspend him. I think.
I was telling someone I think probably 2 games.
2 games.
Yeah.
Just beat the NFL from punishing him is just to do it for 2 games. I saw that coming, but again, we don't know the incident. We don't know what happened, and they probably do, right? Yeah. So they may not suspend him if it turns out to be benign.
Well, and that's what O'Connell said. We have we have to wait for the legal process to play out before we can really,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So
if it was super serious and they knew it, they may consider it, but who knows? Maybe he was just tired.
We'll find out.
I don't know.
Don't give Casey another fantasy. You want to? Hey. We could probably we kind of did something like that last year, but we could probably, if we got enough people in here, which we're going to really try this year, we could probably maybe try to do something with fantasy. We are doing a lot of sports betting stuff. I guess we can kind of talk about it. We did make a deal with Underdog, so we're going to be making a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's going to be a little bit of some, sports betting content based around more of like over and unders and things like that we'll get into at some point in the near future, but for sure during the season. So we're going to be do that. We're keeping some ideas out there as far as other ways we can make that more just something we can do with everybody in here as well. So we'll have more updates on all that kind of stuff.
I just noticed Casey's come a long way in his background. From just sitting at a desk with like the door to his apartment behind him, or in
bathroom in the background,
countertop, or whatever it was.
Now I got bathroom. Everything. It's loaded now.
But now he's got lights.
You see his helmet?
Stuff. Yeah, you see I got the whiteout helmet.
Oh, he's got the whiteout helmet.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Man, your guys' plan for GG Sports World Domination is coming, man.
Right, exactly.
GG Sports taking over the world.
That's the plan.
Hey, Vikings taking over the world. That's the real plan. That's Super the real Bowl. Thing is we need the Vikings. The Vikings need to be the world team. Like, fuck America's team. We want the world team for the Vikings. That's what we're talking about here.
I loved how the women's NBA All-Stars beat the USA women's team. I'm like, you picked the wrong players.
I know, Caitlin Clark and all of them. Yeah, Casey looking like a real fan, dude. His spot, he has other ideas too. So get ready for some more things popping up.
This was the plan when I bought my own place. Like I was gonna dedicate one room, and then you guys can't see what I'm looking at now. I took so much time with my cable management at my desk space too. It's pretty clean.
Let's go.
I don't have that.
I know. Someday I'll have that.
Not a clean space right here.
I don't have my own space yet, but hey, hopefully shortly, and then I can get something cool. But hey, again, everybody
I can't even turn around in here.
Speaking of the Olympics, Caitlin Clark Caitlin Clark did make the Olympics. But speaking of Olympics in general, we're giving away the red, white, and blue Ivan Pace Jr. rookie card. So get those hashtags. Hashtag Skull in the comments, like the video, subscribe to us, GG Sports Podcast, and Dave with Minnesota Sports Talk. Get those hashtag skulls in there. I don't know if you heard me, Skull Mafia, but I'm already sending you one, bro. I'm sending you one. I don't know if you're still in here, but I'm going to send one for your 41st birthday, my guy. Yes, there he goes. There he goes.
That's old.
That's old.
Skull.
My guy, Skull Mafia. That's the boy right there. He's definitely getting a card for his birthday. All that good stuff. But we're still giving away the USA.
Next one's a Duke Shelley rookie card.
I wish. I could go get some.
Fine.
Can you find those?
I probably could, but it probably isn't for the Vikes. Unless, I don't know. I'd have to see when because was he drafted or was he undrafted?
I assume he was probably undrafted.
Undrafted.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I'd have to look to see what that looks like.
You know what's funny? I get hired and they sit me next to a guy right next to me, and he's a Vikings fan. He's from New York.
For real?
He's New York, from New York, and he grew up since he was 3 years old, a Vikings fan, and that's his number one team. And I'm
Not
like,
the
what
hats
the
yet.
hell?
We're gonna get some hats. I promise everybody in here we're gonna get some hats. Eventually.
I still haven't got my hat from I was supposed to get a hat from One Bar in Lupagus. He never sent it.
Oh, what the heck?
So sad.
One Bar.
If you got on one,
Lupagus.
if you're in the chat at One Bar in Lupagus, tell him, hey, send Dave his hat. I think it was a draft day special, and I got to spin the wheel, and I won a hat.
Sarah, Anthony Edwards is the number one option for Team USA. Anthony Edwards is going to make sure USA wins gold. I'm assuming you're talking about.
We're talking about the
USA
men's
basketball team. The women's. I think they've won. I mean, the women's are.
They should win.
fucking
I doubt
dominant.
I think the women dominate like they used to do in soccer.
Yeah. That's what we're doing for my fantasy league is we had to randomly pick USA or Olympic basketball teams. And I got Spain, who's like the 8th ranked one or whatever, 7th ranked one. So it's not great. They were good in years past, but outside of US, I need Spain to come in second to get a good draft pick here.
So does someone get USA and they does this win or what?
So whoever gets USA, if USA does win, which they were easily the favorite to win, then they're most likely the team to get the first overall pick. And then, honestly, I mean, I don't know how the rest is going to work out, but then France and Canada are the 2 and 3 for sure, are probably projected to be the top 3 teams. And then it's kind of up in the air after that.
What happened to those Eastern teams? Like Eastern Europe teams. Like Croatia.
Eastern Europe. I know Serbia's up there.
Any good?
Serbia's ranked up there pretty high.
Former Yugoslavia.
Greece.
Oh.
I think with Giannis is up there.
I worked with a guy that used to play for professional basketball, and he was he played in Greece. Or no. Portugal. He played in Portugal and he coached in China and shit. And he told me that the USA team wasn't gonna win. I don't know.
Dude, they're gonna win. I don't know. You can't take this because they've almost let South Sudan win. They almost let Germany win. But this is just practice. Like we're not even
South
running.
Sudan?
Yeah. It was actually
they were down by quite a bit at one point.
Well, they were up by 1 point, and then LeBron just took the ball to the hoop and just scored on them, and then they almost scored, and it would have been winning. It would have been a game winner, and it would have probably been. Even though it wasn't real Olympic game, it's kind of like, I mean, not scrimmage. It's a real game, but people would say that it was one of the most biggest upsets ever, but probably not as big as the old. What is it? The United States upsetting. Was it Pakistan? No, was it Pakistan or Iran in the? What's that? What's
hockey?
No.
It wasn't Iran.
No, what's that?
In the Gulf War?
No, what's that sport? God, it's popular everywhere else besides here, pretty much. Cricket. Thank you, Tuiv. I knew someone was
somebody in cricket.
They beat Iraq, or who was it? Iran, Iraq. I don't know. One of those teams are like one of the best teams in USA. Obviously, you didn't even know United States had a cricket team.
Cricket stadium right near where I work.
Do you? Yeah, it was like one of the biggest upsets.
Dad started it. He's from
ever.
He's from the West Indies.
Which makes sense. That's what so yeah, that's pretty much what South Sudan almost did to USA, but ultimately
that's
they
embarrassing.
didn't. And I think they're gonna get crazy is a crazy sport. It'd be interesting. I still don't completely get it, but
I guess there's different types of, games but a regular game, like a official game, can last like days.
yeah,
I have if that's true, I don't know.
I have no idea either.
The most I know about it is Slumdog Millionaire. It was one of the questions on Slumdog Millionaire.
That he got right.
Oh
yeah, he got all of them right. That was a great movie.
He won a million rupees.
Right. I'm not a LeBron fan at all. I know a lot of people, when I said I would have taken Bronny, everybody in here was like, no, even though he's not that good, but still, I would have taken a chance on him later. Those Olympic teams not from US have a ton more team cohesion since they've played. Yeah. I mean, that's fair, but I'm going to take talent over that for sure. I mean, it's obvious we've won. I mean, when was the last time we didn't grab gold during the Olympics?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna grab gold. You got Anthony Edwards. That's all that matters. You got Anthony Edwards. You win gold. That's it.
Got Anthony Edwards and a bunch of other NBA players. Who, by the way, Anthony Edwards' running mate now, Robbie D is what I'm gonna start calling him. Yeah, he looked pretty good that last summer league game.
Yep. Anyways, back to Vikings football. Training
what
camp.
Else we got? We've had.
Well, I did want to. I wanted to kind of. You guys cool with it if I bring up the JJ, the Justin Jefferson interview as well? Because obviously you're going to find a little bit more with Sam Darnold and stuff like that. So I want to bring this up too. I just want to see what he has to say. Do it on here. Oh, move, Dave. All right, we're going to run through some Justin Jefferson for a little bit here. I just want to see what he's got to say about Sam Darnold and everything. Let's do it.
On how to go on about his business on and off the field. So I'm always going to be that person that he can lean on and talk to about anything. And we definitely will be here for him.
How's the chemistry working with Sam?
Oh, it's going great. All of the quarterbacks are doing great. JJ is coming along with him learning the playbook and him just getting comfortable with being out there. Sam has been throwing bombs today. He's been looking great as well. So I'm excited to see what all the quarterbacks have during the training camp and see who we will go with during the season.
You look at yourself as the leader of this offense?
Of course I do. I mean, I have a C on my chest, and I carry that with pride. So
I mean, he's got
every
the
time
grills
I
and the
step foot on
pit
this field, even when I'm out,
Shea Jettas right now.
People looking at me and people are, I'm a role model. So I just got to carry that on my chest and make sure I'm doing the right things.
Who do you credit with helping mold you into the man that you are and the role model that you are? Probably one of the more selfless superstars that they have in the game now.
My family. I definitely got to give that credit to my family.
You gonna mention his daughter?
Taught me how to be humble.
I thought I heard he had twins.
Appreciative.
I don't know about that.
What I get. And I just love playing.
I saw her Instagram. She's got one kid.
Okay.
And she is nice work, JJ.
Yeah, I guess she swam for LSU.
Even though we were all on team Livy Dunn and Justin Jefferson, but all right, we got a little bit out of that. I just wanted to see what he said if he said anything about JJ McCarthy or anything, which, hey, sounds like he's looking good, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard like a team or a teammate ever just say like, he's playing like trash. Now that you mentioned, he's kind of sucking.
So, I mean, he has all the capabilities throwing it downfield, but he has like a career average of 6.5 yards per attempt. You know who has the 8 yards per attempt? Nick Mullins. So it's like, let's see. But he definitely has a lot more arm strength than Nick Mullins. Like Nick Mullins
he's never had
does not have a strong arm.
And he's never had Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison to throw the ball to either.
I would have to say that's not a smart play by Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, don't knock up a lawyer.
Yeah, but, you're gonna get wrecked.
But hey, what I read about it, he's amicable agreement. He's got shares custody. This is the good part. He shares custody, and he in the ruling it says like they got to be civil to each other on the phone, and they do. And he did audio or FaceTime with her and the kid, and he does that while they're apart. So I mean, he's gonna be the father.
He's gonna step up, which obviously you never know.
It sounds like it.
In his position, obviously, even though I think she was an ex-girlfriend, right? Obviously,
Yeah, Yeah, it was a relationship. I think.
Yeah,
I think
so it's a little bit different than like Anthony Edwards' situation where they're probably poking holes in his condom, shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you just never know.
This
So
mo-
you gotta.
I don't know what movie it was.
Sure, but step up.
I don't know what movie it was, but there's this dude's in the hallway. His quarterback's going to a room with a girl, and he goes, "Show me the condom," and he shows him the condom. And he pours water in it, and it comes out like a sprinkler.
Blue Mountain State.
Blue Mountain State. Yeah, that's
Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, Blue Mountain State. Yeah, he's like, no, come here.
Show me the condom you're gonna put in my.
I love you. Put a baby in me.
Yeah, dude, that shit's real. It's real. You see it happen all the time. Poor.
Well, no, what happens is they throw it away in the garbage can. And that's what, and then they
scoop it up.
They inseminate themselves.
Well, that's also that
my wife might be watching. My wife might be watching.
That happened in another episode of Blue Mountain State, where some like fanboy's dad stole the guy's condoms. He was going to impregnate his daughter with it.
Yeah,
great.
That's a fucking thing. That has happened.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
And
I started rewatching it again recently.
Did you? Oh, dude, I love that show. That was what's his name? The coach?
Oh yeah, Ed Marinario. Yeah,
Ed Marinario.
Yeah,
the
former Viking
coming up and making the drunk draft pick legend.
Yes, that was the best. That was hilarious.
I gotta watch this now. I never watched it.
It's pretty like childhood humor because it's about college kids. But it's
dude, my brother had to pay child support. My oldest brother had to pay child support for 18 years.
Yeah, the star of that is
10% of his income.
Alan Richardson. Yeah.
Alan Richardson. Yeah, that's one crazy thing. Like, who would have known Thad Castle would end up being a listing?
But it was funny though because he was also in the most recent Fast and Furious movie, and he was a good guy for. Spoiler alert. He was a good guy for like the first like 3/4 of the movie, and I'm just like, no. There's no chance he's actually being a good guy in this movie. And at the end, he ended up being one of the villains. I'm like, that makes more sense. You can't
Adam. He's the Reacher on Amazon. He's the main guy.
The Reacher.
Yeah, the Reacher. He's the main guy.
Yeah.
But he's like he's so stoic in like everything else he plays. But he's like super flamboyant in Blue Mountain State.
Yeah,
it's like he does these little high pitched voices. No, that show's classic.
Yeah,
love Blue Mountain.
I really hope, because I've heard rumors that there's a reboot in the works. I hope that's true. Because the movie was meh. The movie wasn't that great, but I really hope that there's actually a show reboot in the works because that'd be.
It's hard though.
In today's climate, I don't think you can make a show like that, but I really hope they try.
I think you could. Things are turning around.
To break that cycle.
Humor's on a comeback, but
it's on the comeback. But
I don't know if it could be done in like television.
And
I cut the cable like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, cable's gone.
I could see like who would pick it up, like Amazon. I think I can't remember.
I just can't see him. He's going to cost too much money now.
Maybe X will start playing movies. And shit.
I mean, that boy is making some cash now.
Unless they're gonna do like again one of those things like where you reboot like the name, but you bring in new characters. Though they said like a lot of the guys would have recurring roles, I guess. Or like they would like the original cast would come back, but even Darren Brooks, he was a big soap opera star.
Are they actually talking about? Are they actually talking?
I had read articles that there was something in the works with the original cast wanting to come back. I don't know if it's true. I just saw it. I just looked it up and I saw it somewhere.
I can't wait to watch this show I've never seen before.
It's freaking hilarious.
It would be funny.
A lot of those guys would cost a lot of money. Like the main two would cost a lot of money now, I think.
Yeah,
with Alan Richardson and Darren Brooks was a soap opera star and everything. So those two would probably cost quite a bit.
Alan Richardson, he's one of the. He's on his way to be one of the most highest paid actors probably out there right now.
You think?
Yeah, he's becoming huge. I mean, he already is. The Reacher is probably one of the most popular shows in the past handful of years.
That's actually one I've never watched, and I probably should.
I watched the first season of it. It's pretty good. I forgot.
I'm looking at Darren Brooks, and he's like a soap opera Days of Our Lives guy.
Yep.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives.
I've never seen him before.
Which I'd never seen that show.
Me neither.
I've never been a soap person, but
I mean, if I saw him, I would think, "Hey, Blue Mountain State guy." I wouldn't think anything else.
Right. Wolves winning next year. Facts. What if Twins, Wolves, and Vikings win championship in the next 5 years? I will shit myself.
Life will be
complete. If any of those, I just want one. Twins. I do want to see the Twins, but I think since they've already won one,
I would still want the Twins to win before the Wolves again.
I would want the Wolves to win easy over the Twins. Easy over the Twins. It wouldn't even be a question.
It's been a drought. Wolves are the worst franchise in history. So,
dude, Anthony Edwards,
if one of these, I don't even care if the freaking Wild do it. If one of these,
I'd be excited.
Win a
I mean, no lie. I grew up a Bulls fan because we didn't have the Wolves.
Whoa.
You know
okay, that makes sense. I
and
forget
we had WGN and stuff on cable, so we saw the Bulls play all the time.
Oh, dude.
I grew up a Georgetown fan because Morning and then Iverson and
Speaking of Iverson, T-Wolves 2 first-round picks, Rob Dillingham, the next
Robbie
D, the next
his name. He's not
Allen Iverson. He's going to be pretty soon. It's not too long here, a couple years or so, when he's like, practice? You're talking about practice?
Hey, my hockey team won.
Practice.
I got a championship this year.
You did?
Panthers.
Hey. Oh, yeah, I know. So you could pick the
I went to 2 games in 10 years. I am a big fan.
Lucky. I
don't get I dropped someone off at the parade and it didn't stay.
That's
and
cool.
it got rained out, and then it happened 2 hours later.
Well, they almost had like one of the biggest chokes of all time, but they didn't.
Yeah, no,
they didn't.
They did it. That was their third one. That's the third time they win. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Didn't know
well,
that.
They went last year. Oh, the third
they went
time
back
they
in
won?
like '96.
Oh, dang,
like 95, 96.
Yeah. Well, I feel like teams who've already won don't deserve to win anymore. It's our turn.
The GM throw shit in his booth.
I mean, I like Leonard Miller too. Leonard Miller. I mean, in my opinion, Leonard Miller probably had the best summer league run out of any player overall.
I guess the guard was looking good, right?
Yeah, that's Dillingham. He was. So the thing with Dillingham is he looked fantastic from a playmaking standpoint, which he comes in is supposed to be like a really shifty ball handling scorer that hasn't really learned how to be a great playmaker yet, but he showed fantastic playmaking in summer league and his ball just would not go down for most of summer league. And then the last game, he was finally able to like get that ball down and be the player everybody was hoping for. But I like Leonard Miller. He's a little clunky. He's a little clunky in his playing and shooting and things like that. But I mean, rebounds, steals, blocks, everything that you want to see. Terrence Shannon. I think we'll probably see more. I think we'll see more of him than Dillingham coming into the season, but obviously mostly because of his age and experience. But he looks like he's ready for a rotation role right away, and he's a baller. I mean, that dude has kind of that what's it called? That motor that you want to see out of your players that we have never seen from the Wolves until recently. So I don't know. I'm excited about them. But as a Minnesota Vikings podcast, I'm also excited about them. I don't know what to expect.
Twins won.
Yeah, I know.
They did.
They were down 4-1 too against Phillies. But I don't know what everybody's hopes are for the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, you got a rookie quarterback. You got Sam Darnold, who most people would call a bust. We'll see what happens. But you still got a lot of good talent on this team. Besides, obviously, cornerbacks at this point seems like you need to get another body in there some way, somehow, even though you did get Duke Shelley. But even with all this stuff going on, it does feel like one of the most exciting training camps at the very least, because you get to see all these young players and you get to see a young quarterback in JJ McCarthy. So,
and I think the biggest thing is it's a like at the most important position, one that some people have or have not been wanting to switch up the last few seasons. Like you're seeing 2 totally brand new faces, and it's a mystery how they're both going to perform. One of them, it's like, can Sam Darnold revitalize his career? And the other one is, what will our number 10 overall pick rookie, how will he develop? Like that, I think that's the thing that makes it so exciting. Like if you come back into this with the same quarterback situation we've had, it's probably not as exciting. But the fact that it's 2 new faces at that position, like that's really the big intrigue. And then plus just another year where we have all these guys finally locked down to big contracts. We had a good draft. We let some old names go and we brought in some new ones. Like it's just, there's a lot of new faces and new exciting high profile players. It's gonna be super exciting to see how they fit on this team. Right. And it's just another year of Kevin O'Connell developing as a head coach, right? And Flores just he can keep building this defense more into his image, which he started to do with letting some of these players go, plus the signings and the draft picks. So I think that's what makes it the most exciting. Is just there's so much unknown, and that's the cool part. Like, yes, it's always nice knowing, like, hey, we have a floor here. We know what this team looks like with like Kirk Cousins. Here's our floor. Now we know nothing. Like, it is a whole brand new bag. We don't know. This team could win 1 game. They could win 14 games. You don't really know. And that's the exciting part.
And I think a thing that makes this even more exciting than most teams who draft a quarterback early or anything like that is just the cornerstones, man. Like signing Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the league, going to be the best healthy Darrisaw, going to be the best tackle in the league, like signing them long-term and just these cornerstones to this team that a guy like JJ McCarthy can come in and, you know, it's not, you're just not excited because we don't, like, for me, I don't have a lot of expectations for this year. I don't really care that much how this year rolls out because after this year is when we're all going to care, when JJ McCarthy's for sure going to be the starter going forward and he has everything in place to potentially have a Super Bowl team. It just really is up to his development and what he can turn into as a quarterback. But that's what's so exciting is that you don't just have a rookie quarterback that you get to see and hope that he's going to be your next franchise quarterback. You just know he's surrounded for the next 5 years. So if he is that guy, the idea of us being a Super Bowl contender is real, right?
And so that's why you don't have faith in Sam Darnold that he can become an all-pro. And
I can't imagine
a rookie and.
I can't imagine he'll be the guy like do so well that
you're positive 100% that JJ McCarthy's our starter next year.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
100%.
You kind of have to.
Yep.
You kind of have to. If you're unless if Sam Darnold literally goes crazy, like let's say he has
what's crazy,
I'm talking top 5 quarterback season, and maybe you could say
that's
top
the cutoff?
10. Yeah, maybe top 10. For you to push a first round rookie aside, you better, like, as far as KOC and Kwesi's job goes, if you don't draft JJ McCarthy, trade up 1 spot for him at 10 and then not have him play a year after you pick him, unless you feel confident. Like if Sam Darnold was Kirk Cousins, that wouldn't be good enough. Kirk Cousins would not, if Sam Darnold has a Kirk Cousins year and he is like a Kirk Cousins and you decided be like, nope, we're just going to stick with Kirk Cousins instead of your first round pick, they'd get fired. Sam Darnold needs to come up and win. He needs to go to playoffs. He needs to win a game in playoffs at least.
So you think Sam Darnold getting like 4,000, 4,500 yards and 33 touchdowns would not fend him off?
God, where have I heard this? No. Where have I heard this conversation before?
Yeah.
Anybody?
If he wins,
did you have this with him?
No, he's talking about Kirk Cousins.
Oh my God, guys. Okay, we know
he's talking about Kirk Cousins.
We know where this conversation is going to end. Okay, we know.
Okay, I'm just saying. He
needs a win. He needs a win too, though.
Yeah,
we got to win. It's got to be significant. It's got to be significant more than Kirk Cousins for you to.
I think even with the injuries on defense, I think our defense can carry us quite a bit. That Sam Darnold doesn't have to do too much to show wins, but I don't see him getting 33 touchdowns. But I do see him getting potentially 22, 24, and brushing up against like 3,800 yards maybe. Probably doesn't fend him off, I don't think.
Yeah.
But the other exciting thing going into next year is like, I guess I haven't seen, we haven't seen the structure of the Darrisaw cap hits yet, but it's the cap, but the fact that we have cap space going forward into 25, 26, along with what we already have, plus our rookie core. Again, it's all exciting, right? Like, again, this year, like you said, Jamie, I think this is all about development. Like, how does McCarthy
extend Nick Mullins?
Can Darnold keep winning? Like, can Darnold keep the spot? It's like, that's what this season is going to be all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a thumbs up. Nick Mullins.
So much exciting things to watch every week.
What's that, Dave?
I said, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Nick Mullins extension. No?
I know 2 Evil's down for that.
No, 2 Evil wants us to trade every quarterback we have for Carson Wentz right now. Trade Sam Darnold.
Who's Carson? Carson Wentz is Washington? No,
he said 49ers, I think, right? Yeah, 49ers.
Was it?
Yeah.
And then next year we'll talk about how we brought in Carson Wentz, and he's never had an offense like this.
No, we won't because JJ McCarthy's gonna be that guy.
JJ McCarthy hasn't had an offense like this.
Dude,
Nobody's had an offense like this.
JJ McCarthy hasn't had an offense like this. That's what's crazy.
Neither is Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold technically has had a pretty damn good
Nick
offense.
Mullins took it 400 yards. You just can't make the big throw.
He can make the big throw into the lap of the defensive tackle.
Yeah, or like the small throw when he's falling down and still.
It was third down.
He's trying to get the ball out while he's falling to the ground.
It was third down.
Hey, I respect the mentality of Nick Mullins, but I like Nick Mullins enough.
I'm glad he's on the team.
I like him on the team.
I think he definitely makes the 50. Like, I mean, it's either the 53 or he's the emergency third quarterback. However, I think they allow you to have that 54th roster spot for another quarterback for injuries and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I still think he's the favorite to be QB2 personally. Like, I don't know if
I was kidding. I was kidding. Carson Wentz had a pretty good offense.
Yeah,
like in Philly.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl year when they had Elshon Jeffrey and who else?
What's his name?
I don't think he was there. Was he?
I think so. Or was it Blunt?
No, I don't remember.
Blunt did win a Super Bowl with them though. I thought.
I try to forget that season. I try to forget what
Jackson sucked.
It's painful to think
that
about.
season sucked, dude.
It was fun, but it sucked at the same time.
Yeah, fuck Carson Wentz. Fuck.
Well, it was funny because someone I think someone retweeted like the first drive and they're like, man, I totally thought the Vikings were winning a Super Bowl, and Kyle Sloter retweeted and said, yeah, so did we.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I know
that was a fun interview.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Did
I have do it with me? I forget.
I thought it was just.
Did you have someone else do it? Was it? Johnny?
It was me and what's his, Purple Persuasion.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Van Ginkel, I think they
said he introduced him as a legend.
I thought KOC said he was going to be good to go shortly. I know he said he's still got a little bit of recovery. I don't know exactly how long they were saying, but I thought they said he'd be ready to go at some point during camp.
Getting ready to give away this red, white, and blue Ivan Pace Jr. rookie card. Get those hashtags in the comments.
Hey, thanks, Gary.
Our boy Gary, 199. Appreciate it, brother. I love my Skullmates. Let's go, Gary, my guy, dude. Skullfest around the corner, a month and a couple weeks away, a month and a half away. We'll all be together for Skullfest, partying our asses off and getting ready for Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy to go and fuck up the 49ers. So, hey, we did it last year. We can do it again. We can do it again. We are doing it again.
Any other things anybody wants to hit on before we get to the giveaway and get out of here?
I mean, it just started. We're gonna find out a lot more.
Oh, I got kind of an announcement, I guess.
Oh, what you got?
But once a month, if not more often, we'll see. It depends on what he likes to do. I'm gonna produce a show on my channel for Skoldoc, and he's gonna get the full reins, and I'm gonna obviously be kind of a co-host, but it's his show, and he's doing it on my channel.
Okay,
nice. I know you told us about that.
We're recording this Sunday.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah,
it'll be like 40, 45 minutes, or however long he wants to talk.
Right.
He's a pretty prepared dude, so
right. Especially when it comes down to like the injuries and stuff, like that's the guy you want to go to.
Well, he's a foot doctor.
It's all the same, right?
What can you tell us about Carlos Correa's plantar fasciitis?
Oh yeah, he's a foot and ankle surgeon.
Everybody go follow Gary. Hey, appreciate you, Skull Mafia, my guy. Let's go. But Gary, you have a Twitter account?
Yeah, what the hell? Why have we
technology, man? Wow.
Damn, Gary, I didn't know you'd be doing that. You didn't even come follow us. Oh wait, we do follow you.
Oh boy.
You need to get a picture on there, Gary.
World War II vet going on Twitter? Crazy. I'm kidding, Gary. You're still young.
Twitter is so toxic. Yeah, it is. It is toxic, but you just can't. Don't get into that shit. Like I don't dig into all the toxic shit on there. I don't know. I'm not a big Twitter guy. I don't think we'll ever really be that big on Twitter. Hey, AJ. Hey, we're about to give away an Ivan Pace Jr. red, white, and blue card. My guy, welcome in, welcome in. AJ, are you gonna be at Skullfest this year?
Sarah came after me on Twitter when I was giving Mark Hamill some shit. You know, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
That's one thing. Yeah, politics.
I love you,
stay
Sarah.
away.
I love
I
you, Sarah.
definitely
deleted
stay
it.
away from the politics on Twitter. That shit gets
I blocked everybody that I had like Mark Hamill. It ruined my childhood. He's ruining my childhood.
Star Wars. All right, so we are. You know what? I know Big Raylin wanted to run the duck race, so we'll do that. Why not? We'll go with the duck race here. It's like
Wait, Dave's never seen the duck race before.
Yeah,
sounds familiar.
So we'll pick 5 people. Got to be here to win. Everybody knows the rules. Got to be here to win.
Oh, I think I've seen this once.
I'm gonna start with this one though to pick the 5 people. So we're gonna run this. Got to be here to win. If you're not in already, put hashtag Skull in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. 11 entries, only 7 likes, so that's interesting. But whatever. Get those likes in. Get those likes in. We're gonna pick 5 people. You got to be here to enter into the next round, which is going to be the duck race. And then whoever comes in first will win the Ivan Pace Jr. red, white, and blue card. We got him, man. I'm going to start the first one, though. I'm going to get this going. So for the first one, boom, got to be here to win. Got to be here to win. Y'all already know the rules.
Can they do anything to make their duck go faster?
No, it's just random.
Nope.
We'll show you. We'll show you it.
Crap.
Boom. Roger. Roger. I saw you recently, right? Roger, you still in here? Can I? Oh, dang. I didn't know I'd be able to do that. That's crazy.
Learning new things every day.
Roger, my guy, you got to be in here. You said something not too long ago.
Oh, there he is. We got him. We got him.
So Roger, this is to join the duck
jersey
race.
number do you want for your duck?
What jersey?
I don't know if I can pick that, but
Are they in race cars? Are they
ducks? They're ducks. I'll show you.
They're just
we'll
flat
get
out
there.
ducks. They don't have any motor vehicle or anything.
No, they just
like
go
that?
down like a
Motorized
little
vehicle?
river.
They don't. They're not hang gliding.
Hang gliding ducks.
I'll be at the bar, bro. AJ, you go. Oh wait, AJ, you saying you're going? Let's keep going. Got to be here to win.
How
Gotta
about
be here to win.
ducks doing what's that thing that they do for that's not UCF, but it's run by the same guy, that slap thing? Power slap?
Yeah. Two-tone, are you in
ducks
here?
doing power slap?
Power slap, yeah, with Dana White.
Yeah, can we have some ducks doing power slap?
Power slap, that'd be pretty fucking
Dude, I
funny.
can't watch that, man. Those guys' faces.
Oh, dude,
are
I
so
can't even
mangled after that.
imagine. God, I could never do that.
Wait
Two-tone,
till
are you
one
in here?
person just dies.
That's what's one crazy. There's a lot of boxers that have died, but not one single MMA fighter has
UFC
died.
guy?
UFC fighter has ever died.
It's because it's not multiple hits, like dozens of hits, what I'm
Right.
saying?
You're also wrestling and stuff like that. Rigged as hell. Sarah is not rigged, bro.
I don't know. I don't think Two-Tone's here.
Two-Tone, I'm sorry, my guy. We're gonna keep rolling here. Gonna keep rolling. Gotta be here to win. Gotta be here to win. Or enter the next stage of the duck race.
Yeah,
What we
to
got?
go on to the second round where we
Boom.
race ducks.
AJ, I already know you're in here.
Just
AJ.
hops in and
It'd
gets
be crazy to leave after
duck race bid.
leave right when we're doing this part. That'd be wild. So I'm putting AJ in there. I know you're in here. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going here. Boom. Drawing again. What we got? Third spot of the duck race. Boom. Boom. Gary.
Hey, of course.
Gary makes
Yay.
it. Let's go.
Should we give Skull Mafia an entry?
Ooh.
I mean, I'd already gave him a card. I did give him a card already.
All right. Screwed. Yeah, sorry, Skull Mafia.
Yeah, screw Skull Mafia.
Jamie says screw you.
I gave you a card.
Jamie
I
says
gave
screw you.
You
I
could,
gave him a
you
card.
could either take the Ivan Pace card
Flip
or
it.
give that up to get an automatic entry in the duck race to win another Ivan Pace card.
If your name gets drawn, you're in. If your name gets drawn, you're in. But I gave him one.
Oh,
for
you heard
free.
it here. You said screw.
I gave him one for free.
Oh,
Keeping it rolling.
This is
AJ,
so
you're
slow.
in here still, right? Yeah, AJ's in here, right? Boom. Skull Mafia. Wow.
All right, well, there
Y'all
it is.
did that.
You
Y'all
speak
did
it, it
that.
happens.
I mean, I was gonna let Skull Mafia in the whole time anyway, you know. Of course, it's his 41st birthday. I didn't think one card would do. He of course needs an entry in the duck race. All right, let's keep rolling. This is last one. Last one. Sarah wants it. Come on, Sarah. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
George, are you still here?
I
see he's in here.
Just dropped something in
Sorry.
the chat. Sure
Anybody
he is.
else
Show
gonna
me the
make
evidence.
Unless he is left in last 2 seconds.
George, you're in here. You've been in here this whole time. This would be a crazy time to leave. Cleaning up, he says. He's in here. He's got to be. He's got to be.
You put that in the chat not even a minute
There
ago.
he is. Sarah can have it. Dang. Sarah, lucky you. Lucky Sarah. All right. Let's get this thing rolling here. Let me swap this out. Boom. Share screen. Duck race is here. Done. 45 seconds. Set. All right. So obviously, first place wins. I'm
I
going
like George
to
Blunt because he has Thomas Sowell as his icon. You don't even. Do you guys know who that is?
Don't. Ooh, I'm going Spider-Man Duck. Spider-Man Duck's
I'm
winning.
going to shuffle this. How many times should I shuffle this?
I want George Blunt to win because of his icon.
All right. How many times do you guys think I should shuffle this? 5 times?
Sure.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no!
All
One
right.
more. These ducks are all boring. One more time. These ducks are
those
boring.
ducks are boring. All right, let's get
One
some
more
good
time.
ducks. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. Spider-Man Duck's still gonna win. Number 3, Spider-Man Duck.
Oh, it is Spider-Man Duck.
Oh, it is
Gary's winning.
Spider-Man Duck.
Gary's
All
winning.
right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're off. We're off. Everybody's tied first. AJ's in the lead. Starts off early.
Spider-Man Duck is just like he's right there. You know, he's
Spider-Man
not-
is in second right
he's
now.
not
Gary's
blowing anybody away,
second.
but he's
AJ
staying right at the
first.
front of the pack.
Skull
It's
Mafia's in
Spider-Man
at
Duck.
3. Rogers in last, and now Sarah's sitting in the 4th place. Let's see
Oh.
what happens here.
Spider-Man Duck
AJ
is so consistent. Oh, he's going down.
Spider-Man.
Oh no.
Slow. AJ's
Spider-Man.
holding that lead.
Nah.
AJ's holding that lead.
Spider-Man Duck. Gary.
Everybody's falling.
Spider-Man Duck's gonna make a run.
Everybody's
I can feel
falling.
Oh Jesus, Sarah's coming up. Sarah, you got it.
Wait. Oh no, here he comes.
Oh
Spider-Man
shit,
ain't done.
Spider-Man Duck.
Spider-Man ain't done, but AJ
Oh,
ain't letting
no.
up. He ain't letting
Oh
off.
shit.
He ain't letting off.
Oh,
Roger
here comes-
out of
Roger Lidquist.
Roger out of nowhere.
Bullshit. The dark horse wins.
The plain old duck.
39 to 1 odds.
Dang, that's crazy. That was an upset. if I've
Duckorama.
ever seen one. That was an upset if I ever seen one right there.
Damn, this is
Roger.
this is a good entry into the, to the Skull experience. Hey, did you realize that I had no idea that behind, what the Joe Rogan experience, that he has like neon sign behind him? I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I had no idea when I did our logo that I was
you
doing a
did it?
neon sign and that
Yeah,
Joe Rogan had one behind him.
Yeah. I connected that.
I had I did not do that on purpose. It was a complete coincidence. I like the logo.
Yo, Roger. If I think we have your email, right? If we don't, hit us up on our email for this Ivan Pace card. I think we do. We have you somewhere for sure. You've won before for sure, but I think it's emails. I'll find you, but if not, hit us up on there to make my job easier, just in case.
I think we need to
We'll
test
run
that
you,
duck. That's some crap right there. That
Yeah,
came from nowhere.
That duck did not look like it had that ability.
We need
Like that
to
plain
check
old
its
duck.
blood.
Perfect.
You need to check its feathers.
I think my duck stopped.
Spider-Man duck. What were you doing?
I don't know.
You had the win. You had it in the bag the whole time. Disappointing, Spider-Man duck.
Yeah, he was.
All right. Well, anything else, fellas?
My duck stopped.
This race was sex. This making me race the dudes. Hey,
race was sex.
We're all equal. We're all equal here.
Hey, no, man. Yeah, you know.
I gave it steroids.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not it's equality, not equity.
Yeah.
In duck racing.
Yeah, duck racing's 100% equality.
Duck racing holds no bounds, man.
Nope.
May the best duck win. Doesn't matter what you look like.
Like you can be the most plain. Roger is showing you can be the most plain duck out here and still take that W. So
exactly. It's showmanship isn't always what gets you the W.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
But anything else, guys, before we hop off here?
I think we're good. Let's just have
all right.
it.
Awesome. Well, hey, I mean, obviously, what was that, Dave?
Just glad to be back at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I mean, obviously, with that training camp full swing, there's gonna be tons of content coming out from pretty much all channels you watch. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks. Preseason's only two Saturdays away.
Yep. And let's have equal. Let's have a smooth rest of training camp. No more injuries. No more bullshit. Come on, we've dealt with enough. I think. Yeah. Let's hope this all goes smoothly here. So.
Absolutely. But for everybody that dropped some super chats, we appreciate it. Everybody else that joined that joined to watch, we appreciate you as well. Thank you guys so much for hopping in and supporting us here. A lot more to talk about. Jamie, what you got before we close out?
Happy birthday, Skull Mafia.
Happy birthday, Skull Mafia. The card, Jamie will be mailing that card out very shortly for you, I assume. So,
that's a different tune you're saying now, Jamie.
Hey, I let him.
We heard what you said.
Let him. All right, everybody.
All right, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
Skull Vikes.